Welcome to Legends, Lore, Hauntings, and More with your hosts, Polly, Shelly, and Shelby, coming to you from the Berg. And we're here to talk about anything from true facts to urban legends and much more in between. So if you have any encounters or stories you'd like us to talk about, send it to legendslorehauntings.more@gmail.com. And if you like what we're about, rate, subscribe, and share. With that being said, let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Monday, and you know what that means. It's time for Creepy Conversations with Polly, Shelly, and Shelby. Today's story, we're going to start out with the Boy from Mars. My source, republicworld.com, updated July 8th, 2020. Boriska Kipyanovich reveals details about Martians. A 23-year-old genius Russian boy has recently claimed that he was born on Mars and now belongs to an extinct Martian race. Boriska Kipyanovich has left many scientists across the world baffled when he claimed to be from Mars. The 23-year-old, who lives in Volgograd in Russia, claims to be from Mars and has alleged that he's lived on the red planet before being reborn on Earth on an apparent mission to save humankind. He was born in 1996. His mother is a doctor and claims that she always had a feeling something was special about her son. She claimed that he started speaking at about 2 months old. By 1.5, he was able to read, draw, and paint. He went to kindergarten at just age 2, and his teachers couldn't help but notice his extraordinary ability at writing and his language learning skills. In a 2017 interview in the media, one of his kindergarten teachers said that he had astonishing memory skills. Boriska's parents said they never taught their son anything about space, but oftentimes he would talk about Mars for hours, and he had an impressive knowledge of planetary systems of space in general. The giant boy from Mars, as he is dubbed, is 7 feet tall. He claims he has been sent from the Martian race to save humans from succumbing to a nuclear war and destroying the race. He claims his own Martian race was wiped out thousands of years ago due to nuclear warfare. He warned that if humans don't change the situation relating to the number power struggle, they will soon meet the same fate as the Martians. He also claims he is not the only child from outer space. There are many children like him sent on this same mission. He says they are reincarnations of the Martian race, and they are called indigo children. He also states that there are a few more Martians who managed to survive the nuclear war and are still living on the red planet. He claims many Martians are immortal and stop aging at 35 years old. It has been claimed by some media reports that Boriska has an IQ of 201. He says Martians travel in time and space and in ships. But is there possibility of life on Mars? From the source, thesciencetimes.com, updated 2021. The red planet's conditions are very extreme. A recent study called Amity-20 project was conducted in Israel's Mitzpe crater to examine organisms and technologies under the harsh conditions of Mars. However, results have been difficult as strictly following the red planet's environment would be impossible for both the scientists and the proceedings of the research. Boriska says that the changes in humanity's fate would begin once the Great Sphinx of Egypt had been opened through the mechanism behind its ears. Okay, Shelly, that
story was really neat because it kind of intertwines with my story just a little bit. Because I'm going to tell you about the Pollock Sisters, which kind of has to do with reincarnation, like you were talking about. So, I was on Google just kind of looking for stories, and this popped up. Don't know where, but this is about the Pollock Sisters. In the 1940s, Florence and John Pollock were married, and in 1946, after having 2 sons, they welcomed their first daughter, who was named Joanna. In 1951, Florence gave birth to another baby girl named Jacqueline. Despite their age difference, the 2 girls had an extremely close bond. Joanna liked to take care of Jacqueline and saw herself as the ultimate big sister. Since her mother was busy running the family's grocery delivery business, Joanna saw herself as a second mother to her little sister. They even enjoyed playing dress up and pretend and generally enjoyed being around each other. Eerily, Joanna would always state that she would never grow up to become a lady. She would always say that she would remain a child forever. No one took her seriously and chalked it up to the child's creative imagination. But on May 7th, 1957, 6-year-old Jacqueline and 11-year-old Joanna were walking to church with their young neighborhood boy, as they often did. While they were walking, a car came up behind them and purposely hit them, going at an incredibly high speed, killing all 3 children. The Pollock sisters died instantly, and the little boy they were with died from his injuries at the hospital. The woman who was driving the car had just lost her children in a custody battle and was feeling angry and upset, and was actually trying to take her own life. When learning about her children's deaths, Florence fell into a deep depression that lasted quite a long time. John, on the other hand, had the spiritual belief that the girls were in heaven and that they'd be reincarnated. He said he would have dreams about the girls and also felt some sort of presence in their bedroom. He claimed that every time he would go in there, he felt like he wasn't alone. John always had a fascination with reincarnation and would pray to God to bring his daughters back. Florence, on the other hand, was a very strict Catholic and never toyed with any of John's notions about reincarnation. This put such a strain on their relationship that they almost got a divorce. However, they stayed together and got pregnant again. From the beginning of the pregnancy, John thought there were 2 babies. Despite the doctor only claiming 1, however, John would keep insisting there are 2, and the doctor was proved wrong. On the day the twins Jillian and Jennifer were born on October 4th, 1958, the twins never ran in the family, and Florence never felt like she had 2 fetuses. I knew I was going to do that. 2 fetuses. I knew it. 2 fetuses growing inside her. Emily, eerily, the newborn twins, and had the exact same birthmarks that Joanna and Jacqueline had, and it was this that Florence started to seriously consider her husband's beliefs. When the twins were old enough to talk, they began identifying and requesting toys that had belonged to their sisters who had passed away. They would also point out landmarks that only Joanna and Jacqueline would have known, like the school they attended. Plus, sometimes they would panic upon seeing cars and know about street safety without either of the parents telling them about it. The story of the Pollock sisters made its way to Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychologist who studied reincarnation. After studying thousands of reincarnation cases, Dr. Stevenson wrote a book telling of 14 he believed to have been real, including that of the Pollock sisters. Whether or not the actual occurrence of reincarnation exists has yet to be explained. Okay, and now up is Shelby.
Okay, I have some random creepy facts. The first one is the reason Victorian mummies are so rare to find is because the British used to eat them. And number 2, up until the end of the 1980s, some doctors didn't believe newborns could feel pain, so they would perform surgeries instead, without any kind of painkiller. 3, the chance someone will die on their birthday is 6.7%, which is higher than any other day. Random. So be careful. The smell of freshly cut grass is actually the grass sending out distress signals as it dies. So everyone that loves that smell, yeah, you're weird. No, I used to like it till now.
Me too. Now it's like I love death.
Okay. Richard Chase, who is also known as the Vampire of Sacramento, would not attempt to break into the people's homes whose doors were locked. He said he took it as a sign that he was not welcome. Yeah, if you weren't locked, he was gonna just chop you up and kill you, you know?
Yeah, but even if it's not locked, you have to be invited.
Not him.
Okay.
I guess.
So he was not a real vampire.
Well, no, but they called him that because of the way he would kill, I guess. I haven't done that much research, but not because they thought he was. But it's so random.
Obviously,
That
he
is
wasn't a
random.
real vampire.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yuck.
who ate people usually, you know, he would not eat people with tattoos because to him it tasted funny. So go get tattoos, guys.
We're safe.
So, yeah, I'm safe.
We're all safe.
Yes.
This one's really weird, and I can't believe I've never heard this one. The film A Nightmare on Elm Street is based on a real story reported in LA Times. A boy who was terrified to go to sleep died when he was screaming in his sleep during the night.
That is weird. I never knew that.
I didn't either.
I mean, it could have been a cardiac arrest or something, but still,
Still.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh
That
god,
they
this
would
one's
take a
gross.
tragedy and make a movie out of it.
Ooh, gross.
And no one even said anything. I don't
No
know.
kidding.
This one's
Chainsaws
gross.
used to be used for childbirth before cesareans were perfected.
Oh, my God.
If babies were too big to pass through the birth canal, a chainsaw was used to remove parts of the pelvic quickly.
Easier for the next birth.
Oh, and then this one's creepy. The CPR dummy's face that everyone uses today,
For Sissy Annie.
the template was based on a 16-year-old girl who died in the 1980s. The Undertaker was so taken back by her beauty that he made a cast of her face, and that is still used today.
Was her name Annie for real?
I don't know. She's from France and she drowned. That's how she died.
So, do all the medical people call all the dummies Annie?
That's because that's in high school in health we had for Sissy Annie.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
that's freaking weird.
gosh. Did you? I don't know what ours named was.
I don't.
That's weird.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for those rando facts. Those were very
Creepy.
creepy. All right, thank you, Shelby. And now I have a little bit of weird facts to tell you guys. I have a story on the 8 largest human skeletons in the world. From the source largest.org, as reported by Nancy Levin. Number 8, the Pharaoh Sanakits, sorry, I can't pronounce it. The Pharaoh Sanakits skeleton. The height, 6 feet, 1.6 inches. It was discovered in 1901 in Egypt, and the nearby landmark was the Beit Caliph. And now one thing I do want to reiterate is all of these gigantic skeletons have been found by nearby landmarks. So I don't know whether that means anything or not. All right, number 7, the Shandog skeleton. Height, 6 feet, 3 inches. Discovered in 2017 in Shandong, China. Nearby landmark, the Temple of Confucius. Number 6, the ancient Roman skeletons of Fidene. The height, 6 feet 8 inches. Discovered in 1991 in Fidene Necropolis. The nearby landmark is the Colosseum. Number 5, the Serpent Mound skeleton. Height, 7 feet tall. Discovered in the 1890s in Ohio, USA. The nearby landmark, the Serpent Mound crater. Number 4, the Crescent Mound skeleton. Height, 7 feet 2 inches. Discovered 1959 in West Virginia, USA. The nearby landmark, Big Sandy River. Number 3, Steelville skeleton. Height, 8 feet. Discovered 1933 in Missouri, USA. Nearby landmark, Hope Spring Park. Number 2, Miamisburg, Montgomery County skeleton. Height, 8 feet 1.5 inches. Discovered 1899 in Ohio, USA. Nearby landmark, the Mound Cold War Discovery Center. And the number 1 largest skeleton found in the world is from Catalina Island, called the Catalina Island skeleton. Height, 9 feet 2 inches tall. Discovered 1919 in California, USA. The nearby landmark, the Tuna Club, which is a private members club also listed as a historical landmark. All right, guys, and now it's time for Shooting the Breeze, where we just kind of do a freestyle chit-chat and talk about the stories we've already talked about, talk about maybe something coming up.
That's what that was.
And if there's anything that you guys would like us to talk about, don't forget, legendslorehauntingstopmore@gmail.com. Let us know. We'll put it on a future episode. All right, ladies.
Let's talk about that boy from Mars for a minute.
All right, so my question to you guys, do you think it's BS?
I am open to either. I don't know. But
I don't know either.
I'm not going to lie. Part of me doesn't think, bigger part of me doesn't think it's BS. Because I never really do.
Well, the reason I kind of don't think it's BS is because I do believe there are, I don't know if they're called indigo children, like he said, but I do believe there are certain people put on this earth to help us help ourselves, so to speak.
That would be nice.
And I think maybe Elon Musk is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Elon.
I
love it. No, it's great.
I mean, and that's
what about
just,
Neil deGrasse?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
I'm saying a lot of more modern ones.
I love
Elon,
him.
of course. Neil deGrasse Tyson is the best. Also, I think Einstein. Also, I think Stephen Hawking. You know, I think these type of men are put on this earth maybe.
Stephen Hawking is good.
Oh, I'm not saying
I
they're
get
nice
what you're
people.
saying.
I'm not saying they're pleasant,
Just
but
'cause
I'm
they have
saying they're
smart
smart
yeah.
and they're not put here,
Did
I
you
don't
know
think,
that
to be pleasant. I think they're put here to help us.
Einstein was dyslexic and autistic?
Yes, and
That's
do you know
crazy.
Elon Musk is autistic?
That makes sense.
Yes.
I just keep thinking
Elon Musk has Asperger's syndrome like
No
Ben.
way!
Yes, he has Asperger's like Ben.
If I was Ben, that would be very inspirational.
It was very inspirational, and we actually, I belong to an Elon Musk thing. You don't know if it's really him, but it's kind of like a fan page.
Yeah.
And we wrote a little thing when he came out and said that he had Asperger's, and I told him that really meant a lot to my son.
How
You
does
know.
he do? Like, how?
He's amazing. That's why he's so smart, though.
I know.
That's
why
my
I would
point. I
said
think that people
figures
like that,
he's autistic because
people
they
like
always
that
have-
maybe are the indigo children.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because if
Could
you
be.
notice, every autistic person has something that they're way
Van
better
Gogh.
at than everybody else.
Van
if not
Gogh,
one thing, more than one thing. It's weird.
Amadeus, Mozart.
Even the ones I know personally.
Mozart had Asperger's syndrome. He was autistic.
Yeah.
The ones
Yeah.
I know personally achieve more than the ones I don't. Like the people I know that aren't.
Exactly. And so, I don't know, it just makes you think. So, whether he's from Mars or not, I don't know. But then again, you know, there are signs pointing to the Matrix. There are signs pointing to different dimensions. There are signs, you know what I'm saying?
That's where it gets overwhelming.
That's where I'm
'Cause
like...
I believe in all of it.
Right. And that's
until
where
know.
I'm like, okay, I have to believe in something. You know, because if you believe in nothing, you stand for nothing. You know what I mean?
You will fall for anything.
You will
If
fall.
don't
Thank
stand-
you.
If you
That's
don't
how it
stand
goes.
for...
My bad.
If you don't stand
For something,
for
you
something,
will fall
But
for
with
everything.
this stuff, it's hard to pick which one you believe
Right.
in. Because, like, if you believe in one of them, then you're
And they
dismissing
are-
another idea.
They
almost.
each have a lot of conceivable concepts that are actually... They could be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, technology-wise. Like, they're plausible, feasible, whatever the word is. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Whether he's from Mars or not, the kid is smart as hell, and I think he's going to do something really great for our world. And he's really warning us against nuclear.
And that's one similarity with all these conspiracies that I've
Exactly.
noticed.
And that's why I kind of believe it, because they all point to that same thing.
They don't want us messing with that.
No.
Mhm.
I don't even
Yeah.
think we should be messing with space.
No, I mean,
I really don't.
regular humans should know we shouldn't mess with the nuclear. We shouldn't.
where are you going to go?
I don't believe in war in general. I believe we could figure it out without killing each other.
Right.
But if we
I
do war,
agree.
why does it have to be nuclear?
Because you're going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but that's...
What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, if you can't play with if I can't have the world my way, no one can. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, you know, it's like a stalker
people,
boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can't have you, no one can.
Right.
So, yeah.
We're all gonna
It's
die.
crazy.
Bleh.
Yeah.
So, what do we think about these Twinkies? These twins that...
Oh, my little...
See,
my
and that's
little
another thing. Okay.
reincarnation.
I really believe it.
reincarnation-
I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe because I want to believe it, but then I want to believe other stuff, and it's like...
I found that what I
Well,
do we go
what
to
I found
heaven,
that on.
or do
Well-
we reincarnate, or do we go to limbo till we're ready, or what? You know, like
Okay.
there's too many things.
I
Like
don't-
religion, there's too many of them. I don't want to say one's wrong, one's
Right.
not.
You want to have an open mind.
Yeah.
But my little personal belief, and you know, we're never going to know till we get there. I mean, that's
my issue.
that's the
though.
truth. But I think that you can believe in heaven, but you can also believe in like other realities, because maybe those are different steps to heaven. Or reincarnation, there can still be a heaven, but maybe you haven't learned all you're supposed to learn on earth yet, so you have to go back and learn as either a different person or maybe an animal or whatever to learn.
According to Sylvia, a person has to come back as a person. A dog has to come back as a dog.
So
cat
species
comes
have
back
to
as a
stay
cat.
with species.
Are you? Sh-
Yes, you cannot. A person cannot come
According
back as
to
an
her.
animal. Yes.
I don't know why this got really specific. You know, because we don't
But-
even know
but-
if reincarnation
right,
is real.
right,
But yeah,
right,
she's
right.
making
according to
rules.
her, you cannot
Right.
come back as a.
But
It's
now
hard for me to
see,
take anyone
see
famous.
in Hinduism, you can come back as, it depends on your karma. So
True.
if
True.
you are good in life, you might come back as a queen. If you are bad in life, you might come back as an earthworm.
That
But
does
what
make a lot
about
of
me?
sense.
I'm already queen. What am I going to I can't get any higher. I mean,
Queen of
I
the
can get higher.
freaking universe. I don't know.
Jimmy, I mean,
Queen of all the
holy-
metaverses.
I'm queen of the nerds as it is. I mean, Jiminy.
No, that's
Christmas.
my title.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What,
But we
nerd?
are the same.
Nerd queen.
You guys.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god.
but anyways, I found that
Totally.
That's just our common
that
similarity.
came from Google on 50 Strangest Unsolved Mysteries. FYI.
All
That
right.
story. I finally found
Sourcing.
out where it came from.
All right. So we
Go
are
me!
sourcing. All right. So that was good.
Sidebar. Yeah.
And now,
Your facts.
yeah.
Wow, I
Weird,
could
right?
not shut my mouth on those facts. That
Some
was
of those.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of those I thought, nah. Like,
I
that
got
can't
most
be.
of them off TikTok, but then I Googled them. And if you find like more than one site saying the same thing, I feel like it's true, right?
Well, yeah.
Because everything on the internet is true.
Well, no,
but
but
yeah,
I look
no,
at
I know,
different
no,
sites,
for
they're
real,
all
for real.
saying the
Yeah.
same thing.
Exactly.
But on Google, yeah, some of those it's like, yep.
I don't know which
Yep.
ones to trust. So if they don't all say the same thing, I don't believe
Right.
it.
Right, but if they all point,
If
you
they're
know,
all on the same
if
page,
it walks like a duck, it's probably a
Yeah.
then
duck.
there's no benefit
Yes.
of making these up. And,
No.
I mean, for everyone to want.
Right,
Well,
right.
and
I mean, one
usually,
person, maybe one website.
usually
Some of
if they
those,
do,
yeah.
that's creepypasta.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
They
yeah.
have
True.
creepypasta. That's not
Yes,
true.
that, yeah.
What are you
Creepypastas.
talking about?
It's a website.
Oh.
It's called creepypasta.
Yeah.
I was
and
like,
they just,
what?
They make up all these stories.
Yes.
You know, but it's creepy. You know what I mean?
Which
But they're not
FYI,
true.
that video that you sent, creepypasta.
Was it? That makes
What
me
video?
sad. The hospital one with the creepy
Oh,
music.
yeah. You guys should see the ones I've seen after this. Oh, my goodness.
No, I've seen real ones, like
So-
on real
Oh.
documentaries that have been just
But
left
I'm
the
not
way
even
they
talking about
were.
place anymore. Like, I saw a video of this little girl having an imaginary friend, and the parent comes in the room, and you can see the kid poke behind her. And then when he goes to see the kid, there's nobody there.
See,
Like-
now, speaking of this, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is a good time to mention that in, probably a couple weeks, we are going to start doing reaction videos.
Ooh.
And we are also going to start doing on-scene videos where we are going to go investigate
Road trips.
road trips.
Yeah.
We're going to investigate places around Michiana that are supposedly haunted.
And if you have a place that you want us to check out,
We'll do it.
you might want to email us.
Email us at legendslarehauntings.more@gmail.com. Please do, because we are looking to entertain you.
Yes. So
All right. So thank you so much for joining us for Creepy Conversations. And we have one more little short that we're going to add at the end of every Monday. And it's called Scary Tales. Stay tuned. From the source, flavorwire.com by Emily Temple. Hansel and Gretel. The version of the story we know is already pretty gruesome. The evil stepmother abandons the children to die in the forest. They happen upon a cannibalistic witch's cottage. She fattens them up to eat. They kill her and escape. The grim version is basically the same, but in an early French version called The Lost Children, the witch is the devil, and the devil wants to bleed the children on a sawhorse. Of course, they pretend not to know how to get on, so the devil has his wife show them. They promptly slit her throat, steal all the devil's money, and run off.